Hey theme park hipsters, I am here once again at Epcot today, and we are going to go over some of the things that make Epcot the best theme park for adults. Now, some of the questions I get are, is there anything for adults to do at Disney World? Of course, being at Epcot, it is probably the most adult-friendly Disney theme park that you can attend. Not to say that it won't cater to families, but adults really get to explore and learn all of the cultural aspects of all the many countries here at Epcot. Plus, you get to drink around the world. And of course, you have to drink around the world, being responsible and within, normal limits, if there is such a thing. We are going past China Pavilion, so one moment. So while you're here, you're gonna wanna know what are some of the best drinks that you can have here at Epcot. My number one drink here is the Mediterranean Journey. That is over in the Morocco Pavilion at the Spice Roads table. Also, I do love the Leaping Leprechaun that you can get at the UK Pavilion. And my top drink, which is kind of tied. They're two, but you can get them at the same place. That is the sangria at La Cava de Tequila in the Mexico Pavilion, and also the avocado margarita. And I know you're like, avocado margarita? Nah. Come to Epcot, get that avocado margarita. Try it. That is like, you're at Epcot. Try something new. Now, some of the best rides that you can do here as an adult, of course, you're gonna wanna do Test Track. And if you're up to it and you kind of have a little slight thrill edge and nausea doesn't get to you, then definitely do Mission to Mars. Also, my favorite attraction, believe it or not, is Living with the Land. It is something that is a classic Epcot take on Epcot attractions that will take you through the land and how we as humans have been able to coexist with the land to provide all of the food and nutrients that we need. Also, Soarin', of course, those are some of the top attractions that you must do while you're here. And if you are up for it, maybe you can do Frozen. But so far, those are my favorite attractions to do here when I am here as an adult, especially on one of my solo trips. Let's get into some of the must-do events that you can do here as an adult for your visit at Epcot. Number one is the Food and Wine Festival. It takes place in the fall. That's something you're going to want to do. Also, I am here during the Flower and Garden Festival. That is another event that you must do. Those are the top events to come out here and experience while you are at Epcot. While you are here on your adult trip, you're going to want to make sure that you discover every country that is represented here in the World Showcase. There are currently 11, and yes, let's go through them. Mexico, you have China, then you have Germany, Italy, America, Japan, France, and the UK Pavilion, and let's not forget Canada. Those are the ones I am naming off the top of my head, so hopefully I didn't miss any. There are a lot of new rides and attractions that will be coming to Epcot within the next couple of years. You can read them over at ThemeParkHipster.com if you just search in what's new at Epcot, but some of them are the Guardians of Galaxy roller coaster ride. I'm not sure of the title. Also, there's going to be a Ratatouille ride that's coming here. There's going to be a new space themed restaurant that's going to be over in Future World right next to Mission to Mars. So you have to make your way out here for your adult Epcot trip. Now we're going to go over my perfect one-day adult itinerary to make your day at Epcot spectacular. The first thing you want to do before you even get here is to download the park map and guide. Once you have that, you're going to want to book your fast passes before you get here. That is important, guys. Like, please do that. Whenever your fast pass window open up, get those fast passes. The next thing you want to do is to get a photo in front of Spaceship Earth when you come here to Epcot. That big old golf ball that you see when you're walking around, that is a must-do photo spot. After you have that epic photo, you're going to go on to the Land Pavilion, where you're going to ride Soarin' around the world. And after Soarin', Living with the Land, which is my favorite ride, Living with the Land. After you are done with the Land Pavilion, you're going to head over to the Imagination Pavilion, where you're going to ride Figment's ride and go and journey through his imagination and yours too. After you enjoy your adventures with Figment, you're going to head over to Seas with Nemo and Friends. And after you are done with that ride, explore the pavilion. There is a gigantic aquarium inside of the Nemo and Friends Pavilion, and it used to be the largest in America until, Atlanta's aquarium came and beat it. After you have fun with Nemo and all his aquatic friends, you're going to head on the other side of Future World and ride Mission Space and Test Track. Mission Space is a little intense. It's a flight simulator like you're on a spaceship, but it's, you know, if you're not really into claustrophobia or you have motion sickness that's really bad, I would probably skip that and just go over to Test Track, because Test Track is awesome. Once you are done with those 2 rides, you want to have lunch at La Cantina de San Angel. And after lunch, you want to head over to ride the 3 Caballeros, which is a boat ride, and it is a classic Disney style boat ride, you know, dark with lots of music and animatronics. My type of Disney ride, and one that you'll love on your solo adventure. After the 3 Caballeros, of course, no adult trip to Epcot is not complete without a little adult beverage. So definitely stop at La Cava del Tequila and grab you, well, right now my favorite drink right now is the sangria there, but that avocado margarita, I know you're like, avocado margarita don't go together. Trust me, they go together. Go ahead and do that. After you leave La Cava del Tequila, you're going to head over to Norway and ride Frozen Ever After. That's if you got that fast pass, because if you don't, you'll be waiting for about an hour and a half to 2, depending on the day. After Frozen Ever After, explore Norway and then head over to the China Pavilion to watch Reflections of China in the theater. It is a beautiful show that shows you the country and highlights all of its top tourist attractions and cultural spots that you must visit yourself one day. After you are done with the China Pavilion, you want to head over and explore Germany Pavilion. And while you're here, you can actually sign up to do something that's called a wine walk, where you can grab 2, I believe right now you can get 2 different types of wine from 3 countries. Currently, Germany is one of the countries you can get your wine. Italy is another one, and France is where you could end up your wine tour if you start in Germany. After you have finished your tour over Germany, you're going to want to go over to the American Pavilion and watch the American Adventure Theater show. The show is kind of long, so it's a nice place to go if you want to take a break from the heat here in Florida. After you are done with the American Pavilion, you want to walk over to the Japan Pavilion, which is spectacular. Definitely discover all the nooks and crannies here. There's some beautiful Japanese gardens and just a nice place to relax, find some shaded area, and just take in the epic solo day you are having. It's a nice place to take a break, post some of your photos online, let people know that you're having the most spectacular solo Disney trip. After you are done with the Japanese Pavilion, visit Morocco, because Morocco is just as gorgeous as Japan. I mean, World Showcase here at Epcot is amazing. And while you're at Morocco, definitely go through all the doors, all the nooks and crannies, even doors you don't think you can kind of open. They really lead to something that's spectacular, but I don't ruin the surprise for you on your solo trip. After you are done with Morocco, you want to go over to France and watch Impressions de France. I love this beautiful show. It is kind of dated, but I mean, the views of this beautiful country and the soundtrack to the show alone just makes you go into another place. It's so magical. Once you are done with France, you want to make your way over to the United Kingdom Pavilion and explore all the shops there. You may even want to stop at the pub there and grab one of my favorite drinks, which is the Leaping Leprechaun. After you are done with the United Kingdom Pavilion, you want to head over to Canada and watch Oh Canada. I love this show too. Guys, I know, I love all the shows here. But Oh Canada, fun fact about ThemeParkHipster, when I watched Oh Canada a few years ago, it actually inspired me to travel to Canada. And that's when I went over and I visited Toronto and I went over to Niagara Falls, and it was one of the best trips I've ever had, because if you don't know, Toronto in the summertime is like heaven. After you are done exploring Canada, you want to go ahead and ride Spaceship Earth, because you cannot come to Epcot and not ride Spaceship Earth. And yes, that is the globe, the big old golf ball that I talked about at the beginning of this segment. After you are done with that, grab you a nice spot to watch the beautiful fireworks here at Epcot, and you have just completed your one-day adult solo theme park trip here at Epcot. there you have it, guys. That is my way that you can conquer Epcot as an adult on your solo trip, or if you are coming here with adult friends to Epcot. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comment section below. And if you have any other thing that you need to ask me, or you have any kind of concerns, what do you want to do on your Disney trip, hit me up at themeparkhipster@gmail.com. And until next time, happy park hopping hipsters.